cuties. I'm Lanikia, and you're watching What Happened on the Soaps. This is Young and the Restless edition. All right, today is Thursday, October the 27th, 2022. On a scale of 1 to 10, I'm going to give this one a 7. It was pretty solid. We see Kyle and Summer. They're on a honeymoon. They're celebrating. They have Harrison there. And they're just, y'all, I'm not going to hold you on this. They're enjoying being on their honeymoon, and that's it. I mean, honestly, that was it with them. There wasn't too much to it between the two of them. So then we go to Nikki and I think Victoria. Yeah, Nikki and Victoria. And they are talking. And Nikki says, I saw Nate when he walked out, so I already know what you got to tell me. And she said, yeah, I offered Nate a job. And that's why, because Nikki was like, he was very distracted. She said, I offered him the Newman Media job, CEO. And Nikki said, what? And she was like, so Sally is out. And she was like, yes, I need someone who's loyal to me. And so Nikki was like, what makes you just think Nate is going to be loyal? And I said Nikki is co-CEO, but I guess that's just the title that she has because she makes all the decisions. I don't even understand why they have Nikki as co-CEO. Just let Victoria be the CEO and Nick be the COO because Nikki barely be at work and she's not doing anything. She's not making any type of decisions. She leaves it all to Victoria. But they, anyways, child, she just tells her, I want somebody I could trust in that position, and Nate is the right one. She said, plus Nick is all with Sally, making it personal as well. And she said, what you mean Nick is has a relationship with Sally outside of work? She was like, yes, but that's none of my business. It's not. And I was like, wow, Victoria is a snob. I knew that, but I didn't know that, because I thought maybe this whole thing with Ashlyn would bring her down a peg. It did not. She feels even better because of it now. Because nothing, she had no consequences from it. So let's move on. We see Nick and Sally, and he breaks the news to Sally that, she is no longer CEO of Newman Media. And she was like, wow, is this you or management? And he says, we're all management, but it is coming off the record. It is coming from Victoria. And she was like, I thought, she said, I knew I missed that meeting, but I thought I had proven myself. She said, but and he lets her know, I fought for you because I feel like you deserve this opportunity. And she appreciates that. But she says, don't worry about me, Nick. I'm a big girl. I'll always land on my feet. I'll be all right. I said, you sure will. Now you take your butt on over to Chancellor Winters and go to work. And I know y'all don't like Sally, but I like Sally. And I don't care that she messing with Nick. I mean, Adam and Nick, they do this. So I don't care that she's messing with Nick. I like Sally. Plus, Adam did her dirty. So I'm not mad at her from being with Nick. And as far as her losing this job, girl, you didn't want to work for Victoria anyways. Like, oh, you didn't want to work for that anyways. You were always going to be second guest. And you showed loyalty to Victoria when you didn't run that story. And she was so grateful and everything of that. But it is what it is. Move on, Sally. And she said, I am. So then Nick goes and talks to Nikki and he says, yeah, I wanted to let her know that the job was done about me firing Sally. And she says, you don't agree? He says, no, I don't agree. He said, because her logic, it doesn't make sense. She says she wants to get rid of Sally because she has no experience. She doesn't have a lot of experience in running this, like being the CEO of this company. He said, Nate has no experience. And Sally has shown loyalty just as well. Nate was going to backstab his whole family. He said, I don't think this is a good move for our family. But I don't know. Sorry, I had to take a drink. Because there's still spoilers out there that saying Victoria's going to make the wrong move in business. I don't know if that's going to happen now. Even more so because Tucker is back. I don't know, child, but we're going to see whenever they find out. Because when Lily and Devon find out that she was the CEO trying to make a play for the company, they're going to be livid because right now she says, Nate showed me loyalty by not turning me in. So I'm showing him loyalty and giving him this position. But I'm sorry, Nick, all of Nick's reasonings make sense. Everything you say about Sally It's even less with Nate, but you still want to give him the position. So whatever, child, gonna have him over there. And so then they start talking about him with Sally, and Nick says this is none of y'all business, really. And Nikki says, but why do you and Adam have to share the same women? And why do y'all, y'all act like there's no other women out there? I hear you, Nikki. Oh, did y'all hear what Nikki says? Talked about Sally being with Jack and Adam, and now Nikki. She says she does get around. No, ma'am. No, ma'am. You cannot say that. You got around too, ma'am. Victoria gets around too. I hate when women do that. Like, you can't sit here and judge another woman when you do the exact same thing. Like, it's all the Sally people. At least we can say they were good men. Girl, we not even finna go there on what you was doing with Deacon, but okay, let's move on. But anyway, so he just tells her it has nothing to do with Adam, because she says maybe you did it because of Adam. He said it has nothing to do with Adam. He don't care what Adam or anyone else thinks. He likes Sally. And she said, okay, I understand. And he just feels like Victoria is making the wrong move for the company, but it's her decision. So it's whatever. So then we see Chelsea in her hotel room, and she tries to reach out to Chloe, but Chloe is out of town. So then Chelsea just goes walking around in the park, and here comes Phyllis. And I said, what is this? Because Phyllis is all like, hey, Chelsea. And they start talking. And I said, Phyllis, can't you see Chelsea is not well? Because she starts saying, you made the right decision, leaving all your jobs at Marchetti and all that. It was the best decision. And she said, and Chelsea's like, best decision for who? Phyllis. And she said, for you. You don't need them. And she was just going on and about Finmore. I'm sorry. And she was just going on and on. And Chelsea was just like, okay, well, I have to go. You could clearly tell she was uncomfortable and she just wanted to leave. But Phyllis can't catch a hint. And she says, so she said, I liked you on that podcast. You were, Billy was good, but you were really the one that held that together. You were funny. Too bad that didn't work out. And she was like, you're jumping from job to job, but I'm sure something will land. And I was like, is Phyllis trying to be nice, or what is she doing right now? Like, leave this girl alone. Can't you see she doesn't look well? But finally, Chelsea walks away. She's like, okay, and she leaves, or goes and sit down, and Phyllis goes on about her business. So then we see Sally is having a drink, and she leaves a message for Chloe that said, hey, that thing we were hoping wouldn't happen. We were worried what would happen. Well, it happened. And Phyllis comes in and she hears this. And so then she starts going with Sally about what was that about? Oh, well, you only got that job because of Adam anyways, and now he's gone. You were underqualified for it anyway, so I'm not surprised you're messing up. And she says, is anybody sitting here? And Sally's like, Phyllis, why won't you just go sit somewhere else? Like, I don't understand this. Phyllis is a bully. At the end of the day, she's a bully. Like, I could tolerate it a little bit with Diane and everything, but like all these other people, this is why you have no relationships, ma'am. And I like you, Phyllis, but this is it. Like, you don't know how to let stuff go. Like, Sally is not bothering you. She's sitting there having a drink on her own, and here you come. And so she's just going on and on about how you weren't qualified for it anyways. You only got it because of Adam. Now everyone sees that you can't do the job. I'm not surprised. And Sally says, honestly, Phyllis, I could say a lot, and it would probably hurt your feelings, but I'm not going to. And she gets up and leaves. And so then we see Victoria and Chelsea. So Johnny comes into the park, and Chelsea's like, hi, Johnny. And then Victoria comes up and she's like, what's going on here? And then Johnny's like, yeah, that's what I want to know. What do you want? Disrespectful. Victoria, you need to put him in check, and so do you, Billy. Like, that's not, I don't care how he's feeling or whatever. That's not how you talk to someone. And so he leaves because Victoria tells him go on. She'll catch up with him later at Crimson Lights. So he leaves, and Victoria is just like, I'm like, can't y'all see Chelsea is not well? Because she's like, I wanted to talk to you. Billy's been our go-between, but I wanted to let you know that we went ahead with your decision to tell Johnny, and you said you would respect his decision. And Chelsea said, I am respecting his decision. She said, no, you're always in his face. And Chelsea was like, I did not plan to come to the park and see y'all. I didn't know. And Victoria's like, I know. Then what is the what? She was like, but I'm his mother, and I want you to know that we're gonna respect his decision. He wants nothing to do with you, and we're gonna go with that. And Chelsea was like, because Chelsea has no fight left in her, and so she's like, fine. And Victoria says, thank you for not making it difficult. And she leaves. And that's how it ended with them, y'all. But Victoria's just really insecure about this because she even said to Nikki, I'm his mother. And Nikki says, no one is doubting that. Or, but I feel like Victoria feels insecure about it. And so she's doubting that. And so, y'all, that was Young and the Restless today. It was a solid episode. I don't know. It was a solid episode, but Young and the Restless always is like they cruise on a 6-7. They don't get too exciting. They don't get too low. They just cruise. So, anyways, guys, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. Remember, I will be going live on tomorrow at 7 p.m. Central Time, 8 p.m. Eastern Time, 5 p.m. If you're on the West Coast, I will be going live. I have a question to ask in regards to the soaps, and I'll have a dial-in number so that you can call in, give your opinion, and we'll just discuss all the soaps that's going on as well. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you tomorrow for the final episode of the week. Goodbye.